Steiny. He overthrew Emmanuel Sanders.
Then Steiny signed the contract. He a grown-ass man.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
One of the things we found out in the
fellas are here.
In the last week or two is that we found out that it's tick season and that Lyme disease is transmitted through the bite of infected ticks. Visit Atco Pest Control's website today to learn more, and you can take control. AtcoPestControl.com. Welcome, Dibs and Willard.
I actually was on the bridge yesterday and pulling up next to me.
The Bay Bridge.
Atco Pest Control little car.
Wow.
I was excited.
There you go.
I was pretty happy to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, apropos of nothing.
That reminds me of the story of I was on the Bay Bridge and on the right lane, and there was this truck that was just, I could tell they were like going like this, and they wanted me to. I was in the right lane.
Yeah.
And they ended up passing me and like, yeah. And it was like, they were like, it was like Smith's Door Company. And you know what I did? I called Smith's Door Company. Yes, I did.
Oh, I've done that so many times.
Snitches get stitches.
Did you write an email too when you got home?
No, I said
firmly
worded. Sure.
Always.
They're like Smith Pest Control. I'm like, yeah, I just, not for nothing, but I just, one of your drivers was just on the Bay Bridge. It was unbelievably. Yeah.
Now somebody's unemployed.
Hopefully.
What happened?
Nothing. They just said thanks. I was like, thanks. I just needed to register. That's all.
You know
what? My goodness.
So I've done that. And I've also then gone to Yelp and one-starred them into submission.
Yelp.
I've never yelped anything.
Really?
Oh, no doubt.
Come on, Dibs.
You want to try to mess with me?
All I want to tell people who Yelp. You can Yelp. You can Yelp all you want.
I got a very good Yelp. I'm actually an elite Yelper.
If you Yelp, don't ever tell anyone ever again that life is busy. Don't ever say, oh gosh, I'm having a tough week. There's a lot going on.
But you Yelp it.
Boy, just like time feels a little short. I feel really busy this week. If you Yelp, you have too much time.
Wow.
Untrue.
Yeah, true.
No, because you can multitask and you can Yelp on the can. You can Yelp on Bart. You can Yelp if you work in a job where your partner is doing a 7-minute soliloquy on how bad the Giants are.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, these are all times when you can Yelp.
And you don't.
I don't do that because I'm locked in on content.
Yeah, you guys were great with Bill Burr
We're going to talk about locked in.
No, it's going to get hot and heavy.
When Dibs told him, he goes, nothing gets past you. When you said it's an old dad.
Bill whacked us a few times.
I got caught in a spot where I was trying.
Burr. I mean,
it's Bill Burr. You're going to sit on a concrete slab? What are you going to do?
Your burr.
Do we have that?
I almost crashed.
Oh, dude, your boy got cut to the loud.
Your burr sounds more like Seinfeld.
Get the Dibbers, man.
What's the deal with your movie? So we're in a spot where we probably needed to pivot to something, and I was up and I was trying to, hey, tell me about that movie that I haven't seen. And so I kind of staggered and stumbled into it.
Nothing gets past you.
Oh, my God.
It's like a classic baseball play where there were 2 errors on the play. So grounder to short, and Dibliano boots it. And then I run over and I pick it up and I threw it like the 17th.
I wanted to take something. I was saving for tomorrow.
It was the equivalent of going up to a Giant who hit a game-winning home run and go, it looked like you hit it hard.
I see how you got that gig, dude.
Hey, that is pretty good, man.
Oh, geez.
Especially with a comedian known for his repartee.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt about
it.
Yeah.
We've had a provocative show. Rich and
one word
broke.
for it.
Or ugly and what is it? Give it to us.
Would you rather be rich and poor?
No. Rich and ugly, or poor
and good looking. Okay, so I had an immediate response.
Okay, let's hear it.
When I heard you guys ask this question, and because we've gotten good at responding to questions by asking more questions, I'm going to do it again.
Probing.
So, which one are you?
No, it's what you would prefer.
Right. Which one are you?
Well, I'm taking rich and ugly.
No.
Which are you?
Are you?
Which do you embody? Because I am.
I'm good looking and poor. There's no doubt about it.
I would say the same.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like,
that's the answer I wanted. I don't care. Everybody knows you'd rather be.
Okay.
Not everybody, but I think most people.
Yeah.
Good Lord, sign. You're
And it only happens when you guys come in.
Seriously. Anyway.
my nickname back in the day
Was?
10.
Now that's a 4.
It was 10.
That's a 4.
That's Bo Derek.
I've never, yeah.
If we want to really age ourselves.
Look at
Nobody
this,
ever
kind of
called me-
looking like.
Nobody's ever called me 10.
He's on his way into a vacation. I'm trying
No
not to
doubt
bring him
about
down.
it. Yeah, no
I'm trying
doubt.
to let it ride. The correct answer to your query
Yes.
is rich and ugly.
There's no doubt.
Because when you're rich and you're ugly, you have certain abilities based on your wealth to mitigate your ugliness.
Preach.
When you are poor and very attractive, you're poor and you have to work hard to monetize and manifest your good looks into something of means that will help you get what you want.
No honey without the money.
Totally.
Somebody at 925, how ugly are we talking?
How ugly?
Can I walk outside or do I need a mask?
Well, and I don't want to impugn this individual, but Lyle Lovett is a name that's often thrown out. He was a country star who was married to Julia Roberts.
Oh,
for
my
a long
girl.
time.
Pretty woman.
And very pretty woman. And, probably mid to high 9s, Julia Roberts, and Lyle Lovett, probably high 2s to low 3s. Just not a very attractive man, but also very wealthy as a musician.
Talented.
Country
Yes.
music,
No doubt.
folk
There you go.
star, and whatnot. So I think he would be
Look
an
at Jay-Z
example.
and Beyonce.
Well,
yeah.
what are you saying?
I wouldn't
If
say that
Jay
he's
worked at UPS, he ain't getting. I don't think Beyonce.
You think Jay is ugly? You call Jay ugly?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my guy too. Yeah.
I mean, the more I think about it, if we're talking ugly like, I don't know, Eric Stoltz in The Elephant Man or that movie Mask.
Yeah.
Rocky
Mask,
Dennis.
Yeah.
The Elephant Man was in black and white. That
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm out.
different. Yeah.
Then just give me good looking and poor because that's a little different.
Eric
than Lyle
Stoltz
Lovett.
is, when I had a lot more hair, that used to be the lookalike I would get among.
Your doppelganger.
But the doppelganger,
That is
And
great.
then
That's
the mean-spirited
that's not
folks would
right.
say, in mask.
In mask.
No, but he was in Pulp Fiction, you remember?
Heroin dealer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was
Allegedly.
a drug enabler. I
Yes,
don't know if he
was.
was necessarily a dealer.
He was actually great in that.
He was phenomenal in that
Everybody was.
game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
was that Patricia Arquette, I think, his wife, with all
Yes,
the S in her face? That's my wife, dude.
Dude, she was so hateable in that movie. Her character was the worst.
That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
good
movie. Me too.
Yeah,
It's a
top
good
5 for me for sure. Anyway, yeah.
What else we do? Oh, athletes you feel sorry for, Willard. You got one?
I
It's
like
just how it ended, or you just feel sorry for them?
athletes. I feel sorry.
Hi, this is James Wiseman.
Do
I
you
feel
really
sorry
feel
for
that
James
way?
Wiseman. Yes,
I don't feel
because
sorry for James.
It ain't over yet.
okay.
That's your laugh, isn't it?
I feel sorry for him because his college career got taken from him in 3 games. He played 40 minutes and he was ineligible. And then he got drafted to a team that wasn't interested in playing him. Then he got hurt, won a championship, and then he got unceremoniously dumped to the worst team in the association and a team that he can't even start for and play for. His career is going to wind up overseas somewhere.
Wow.
If and at the end of it, you're 7'1". So for the rest of his life, the question is going to be, hey, dude, did you play basketball? People are going to walk up to him and say, hey, did you play basketball? I feel sorry for him.
You had a good answer off air when you said Brandon Roy. Like, I think a lot of people who showed.
That was Grandy.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Grandy? Okay, I give credit to you, Grandy. No, like players who showed they really have that elite skill, and then injury kind of takes it away. But another name that just popped to mind. What about Jim Kelly? How about Jim Kelly?
What would we feel sorry? Because he's a badass.
Is it
and
the
Hall of
losing
Famer.
or is it? He has cancer now, I believe.
It's both.
okay.
It's never got over the top.
Okay.
And even though, an all-time great, but is most synonymous with losing the Super Bowl.
To Hall of Famers.
Yep.
I hear
Yes.
you.
Yes, his post-career
Okay.
has been
All right.
very, very difficult.
If you take the cancer away, I don't feel sorry for
Okay.
him. I feel more sorry for Scott Norwood.
Yeah.
Okay,
than
that's
Jim
fair.
I'll buy that.
That's
Because Jim
fair.
Kelly's still going to go.
That's fair.
He's probably in the Hall of Fame, right? Jim Kelly's got to be in the Hall.
I think so.
I said
Yep.
Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Oh, no, I don't feel sorry for Jimmy one bit. Not one bit. Jimmy has lived a charmed life.
Yes.
Jimmy has lived an absolutely charmed life.
You talk about
Dude, try 4 hours with this.
you talk about rich and ugly or poor and good looking.
That's how this all started. Yeah.
Oh, that's how it all started.
Well, no, I just was like, how do you feel sorry for Jimmy Garoppolo? At one point, he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He is objectively considered one of the best looking guys around. He's got it all.
Yeah, but it's not about that.
Well, no, it is for me.
He got taken on a ride for 2 rings.
Okay, but he was part of the ride with his win-loss record, Will, and I'm just, this is the point I'm trying to hammer home.
Played 2 games.
He was the poster boy of why they couldn't win a Super Bowl.
The 49ers?
Yes. And I think he had to be the happiest dude in the world or feel some type of vindication, Dibs, watching them go again with forget Purdy, whoever was quarterbacking, not named Jimmy, to say, it wasn't my fault. That's why I feel some type of, and now it's over.
I think vindication for Jimmy Garoppolo would have been him going somewhere else and playing awesome. But he couldn't even keep a job for 7 games.
But at least the Niners not win first right out to shoot with another quarterback right after you would have kind of solidified what everybody thought. Jimmy was the reason. Not really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I feel that sorry for him.
He's doing well.
Jawline, and he got paid, and I know that does not necessarily portend to mental health, and I'm really working hard on myself on that to not equate the two things anymore.
That's
like
real.
Rich and good looking equals happy, happy ever after, because we know that's not the case. But I don't feel sorry for Jimmy Garoppolo.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. It is a Friday. It's 2 o'clock. It's time for What's Bugging You, sponsored by Atco Pest Control. And you just call them for those pests. You know what I mean?
He brought in donuts this morning.
Rats.
Really. Send them in.
Yeah.
Rodents.
Thank you for that. I saw that out there. I've been fighting what to do about those, seeing as there's a pizza party later, and we got to let's not just go all in all day long just because it's Friday. But can I go first?
Sure.
I'll go first. You want to know what's bugging me? What's bugging me is this label that has been following you, Matt Steinmetz, for your entire career of not being a traditional host. Because if anybody heard any part of today's show, my God, somebody who is so locked in, so clearly able to drive a ship straight down a line and take the listeners on a guided tour. I've never seen such brilliance as what you've been able to concoct today.
Wow.
Congratulations to you, and make sure that label is never used again.
Wow. I believe he means that.
What are you talking about?
You've been on fire today.
What does concoct mean?
Concoct means you did 4 hours of nothing without any real topic is what concoct means.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
But we talked about Jared Johnson and the Giant. Look at me getting all
we played every soundbite from Charles Johnson and got into it.
That was early.
I was thinking of the dad. Charles doesn't think of the dad. My bad.
Charles speaks with his wallet.
Yeah, all right. And
I don't have my paper here, but we got to everything. Trust me, because I had to go to more topics.
But it was a compliment, Stoney. You've been in the zone.
It sure was.
It was a little bit of a Roger Federer.
Exactly.
Backhanded compliment off the line.
Willard, I think you meant it.
Locked in. I mean everything I say. Locked in.
Can I go next?
Please do.
So,
Please do.
I frequent a lot of restaurants, and you like to know what's going on in regard to inspections. But this morning I woke up to a list of restaurants my family and I have frequented, and I find out mouse droppings, mold, and fruit flies. So they're listing more than one restaurant that we've been to. And I'm at a point now, what's bugging me is I can never eat out again, because now that I got the names of these locales, even the ones not on the list, I'm scared. I don't want to know. But mouse droppings, mold, and fruit flies were found in some of the places the Johnsons go. But now everywhere I go, I got to be like, it's probably happening here.
Right.
So I'll just stay home.
Where did you find this information? Is there a database?
The Sacramento Bee.
Because that's something Dibs would be all over.
Oh, yeah, the Sacramento Bee listed the restaurants.
Yeah, well, famously, when we were going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, back when I was doing the Rise Guys, and our old program director, I got you guys a hotel. And of course, it was not a chain hotel. It was a one-off. And so you start to Google it, and up pops the bedbug registry.
Oh, come on.
Bedbugregistry.net. And so you start to go through there, and you look at the hotel in New Orleans pops up as the
one you're at.
The 17th ranked hotel for bedbugs. Not in
Havlicek.
New Orleans. Not in the U.S.
I got to change.
In the world.
Oh, my.
In the world. It was the 17th most likely hotel on planet Earth to have bedbug incidents. So you start looking through. Room 104. Oh, my God, they ate me alive.
Come on.
Room 108. They were everywhere. Room 112. They were in my luggage. Room 214. Couldn't get rid of them. And so we go to the boss. And the three of us are like, Coach, we can't stay here. We're not going. And so under major pressure, hey, brother, how you doing, brother? Mark Kreidler and Whitey Gleason. We finally were able to get a different hotel in New Orleans.
Wow.
Skip ahead 7 weeks later, we get fired. And, I don't know if they were related, but the bedbug registry, if you're ever traveling and you're unsure about your lodging, you're welcome. Bedbugregistry.net.
I don't want to know.
I was just going to say, I would like to also remind our listening audience that ignorance is bliss.
No, Willard, it's
also
incredible.
Is it?
You're a registry, which is basically just a ranking of who's called. So, that's not necessarily a registry of actual bedbug infestations in certain hotels. So you can go, it's very possible that the place you begged yourself to littered you with bed bugs.
Well, we looked it up, and they were not listed.
You know what this is like? There.
This is just like Yelp.
Yeah, it is.
And I believe in Yelp.
I want to be ignorant. I'm with you. Man, this ruined me with Steiny. I'm like, man.
Guru, I hate to burst your bubble, but the FDA allows a certain percentage of mice droppings on soda cans and other products sold and transported to the public.
I mean, I'm also just one of these people. I'm not it's going to be hard to say this without people thinking it's gross, but our surroundings are what they are. So this whole idea of, everything's got to be perfectly clean all the time. If you drop something on the floor for 2 seconds, it's who says your counter is clean? How about the sponge that you wash the dishes with? What did you use the sponge for 2 minutes ago? What did you wipe? You wiped your table off. What was on that table? So, there's a certain measure of dirtiness that is just there.
Right.
And
naturally,
we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it. I'm not going to try to find this little area.
I'm mad I read it. Not anymore.
I'm under the impression, you order something from a restaurant, there's stuff going on back there. It's okay. It's okay. Do healthy
stuff going on back there.
I've worked at restaurants. Let me tell you something. There's stuff going on back there. So, just do your thing, make good, healthy decisions.
Oh, my God.
And your body's going to deal with a couple of toxins that end up in there.
Yep.
And it's okay. You're going to be okay.
And do yourself a favor if you order a pizza and it gets delivered, count the slices. There may be one missing.
This guy.
That's all. That's all I'm going to say.
Crying out loud.
Public service announcement from me to you.
Oh, boy. What's bugging me is same old, this hot take generation, but I expected more.
I know where he's going.
From people in my generation, Reggie Miller and Stan Van Gundy. It's one thing to leave it to the youngsters like the hot take artist youngsters, but they said unequivocally last night during the game that Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are the best offensive backcourt in NBA history. And at one point, Stan said, I don't even think it's close. So Luka's never been in the finals. Kyrie's won how can it not be Steph and Clay? How can it not be?
It's about games, not championships. It's the ha-ha they were talking about. Clay's never gone to the rack.
Clay
had
Kyrie 39 Irving. Points in a quarter.
No doubt. But it was all shooting.
No.
37.
It's the package.
The point is, it's not definitive.
Why is the ha-ha the thing? I get what you're saying. Why does that matter? That matters for TV. That matters for entertainment. Does that matter for the statement that they made? Now, if you wanted to say this is the most entertaining backcourt of all time, this is the most like great.
But isn't that what they're saying with the offensive?
No, I don't. I don't think you can make statements like that. And this isn't even about Steph and Clay for me. This is more about the fact that, like, the Dallas Mavericks are in the NBA Finals, and nobody thought that a week and a half ago. So where did this point come from? If you think it now, I'd argue you have to have thought it 10 days ago. Nobody said it then. So this is completely circumstantial, prisoner of the moment type thought, and they will put it right back in their pocket if Tatum and Brown trip these fools up next week.
But
I agree.
Let me just be real quick here, the Steinies. Kyrie, you could have got for a box of envelopes. His stock was down, but now it's like, why was it down? He's always been this good, hadn't said or did the right things or played the game.
But that's why.
But that's why Dallas got him for much of nothing, and that's why I think everybody is enamored with these two dudes can dance with the best of them.
Well, then say that. Say they can dance with the best of them. Say they're among the greatest. It's not, there's no proof of this.
The offensive you don't like.
I hate it.
Or that Kyrie has grown in the last 2 years.
Yeah, because that's taking the thing of its own now.
No, let's be real. You know what I mean? Right. You're saying that it's partially.
No, I got that.
No, but it's right. It's because of what's happened. But that was. And look, whether, vaccine, whatever, like Kyrie took his teammates and in some cases his fan bases on a ride for about 3 or 4 years of his career. And yes, that lowered his value. That lowered the way people thought about him. So I do think that that's where this point is coming from. And it often does in sports. It's just like coach of the year. It's never the best coach of the year. It's the one who surprised you the most. And that's what happened here with Kyrie. He's surprising people because we gave up on him 2 years ago.
How about saying this was one of the most impressive offensive displays in a series that I've ever seen from a backcourt?
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
They were unbelievable.
They were incredible.
Yeah. But I want to ask you, it sounds like
because we're talking about
here and there,
games.
they said that. What's triggering you?
They were a 5 seed. If they're true, they're a good team. If they were truly the greatest offensive backcourt of all time, they're going to win 3 titles, and because their other guys are unbelievable defensive players.
It's the same idea of Anthony Edwards now being Michael Jordan, and then now he's out in 5 games. So why don't we just wait? Let's all step back. Let's all walk down the hill and have all of our takes at once instead of rushing down to be the first one to say something dramatic. I'm with you on that.
You think that's what they were doing?
Yeah, you're trying to be first.
I thought they were in awe.
But it's not even about, I think you guys are actually talking about 2 different things.
Okay.
You're talking about the opinion, which you can agree or disagree.
Gotcha.
I think Steiny and Dibs, you guys are talking about the packaging, which is, right, like if you had said it the way you said it.
And I liked it that way too.
But that's not tweetable.
Right.
That's not going to. That's not
going to move the needle.
That's
not going to make what's bugging you.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's not going to run all over the nation. Like Matt Steinmetz said that this was one of the coolest performances over a 4-game stretch that we've. Like that's not.
The Athletic would be
it's the best backcourt in the history of all time. Okay, now we're on Twitter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I'll keep mine quick because I know you want to leave, but you blocked yourself into staying late because I haven't had a chance to say what's bugging me.
I thought he went.
No, he didn't.
No, the bed bugs.
That had nothing. That was
off of mine.
It was playing off of Guru's fear of eating out.
Yeah, sit back down, man.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you aren't a traditional host after all.
Sit down.
I'll keep mine quick, and this has to do with Pennsylvania, so you may want to stick around. And your beloved Lancaster Country Club, the USGA, the U.S. Women's Open is being contested at Lancaster, not Lancaster. No. I'm saying it correctly because I got respect. Lancaster Country Club. They made it too difficult. Nelly Korda made a 10 on the 12th hole because the green's too hard. You can't hold it. She bounced it on the green into the bunker. She chips out into the pond. Now she goes drop, splash, drop, splash. You're trying to showcase the women's game. Don't make it so damn hard, USGA. We don't tune into golf to watch the best players in the world make bogey. We want to see these players play well. So knock it off, USGA. Wow. It's bugging me.
There it is.
I like a certain amount of difficulty. I don't like it when they're 20 under at the end of a tournament.
Then you remember the U.S. Open when it was at Olympic, and the 18th hole was you couldn't putt to it.
Yeah, who's the guy?
He's Payne Stewart. Yep.
Yeah, Payne Stewart.
Rest in peace.
All right,
Lucas, you avoided what's bugging me. I'll save it for the show.
You guys have. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, let's see.
I gotta go. This is a joke. No.
I just have a quick what's bugging you. I've never done it before. And what's bugging me today.
So annoyed.
Why?
Because it's 2:13.
I know, but I'll be quick. Is people that don't fill out surveys. That's
wow.
Did you hear him?
He was the only one in the company that didn't fill it out.
He didn't fill it out?
He's the only one.
You're the only one who didn't do it.
I filled it out.
Well, if I would have known I was the only one who wasn't going to do it, I would have done it.
It was just like Mavs in 5. Like, why do you always have to be the only one?
Listen,
What is that?
For the last time, if you're going to make a horse's behind out of me because of that prediction, get it right. I had Dallas in 6.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, that matters.
No, but that wasn't the point of what I said.
Wrong.
Why do you always have to be on an island?
There it is.
Why do you have to be on an island? Why can't you just be like the rest of us?
He's thinking about it, too.
We'll see you at the work event later, man.
We'll see you at the field.
See? There you go again.
Wait a minute. I forgot. You're the one not going.
It's his daughter's graduation. And
no, I'm being totally unfair.
Mary Page said, Dad, do they really make fun of you at work just because you might not make a softball game? And I'm like, yes.
Yep.
They will make fun of me.
Did she say
for
that?
the next year?
That is correct.
And I said, that's the way they treat your dad.
Yeah. You say, they make fun of me for a lot less.
I said, that's the way they treat me.
And where do we
at
do
95.7.
Yeah, right.
The game.